Okay. Don't worry. Today is our last class, right? Yeah, our last class for lab sessions, right? Yesterday we have our lecture, right? So for today uh, we have our lab session. Okay. Um. So as I mentioned yesterday, okay. So we need to continue our lab sessions with the activity diagram. Okay, so if you're looking at your SOW, so today, this week, okay, our lab sessions will be the working with activity diagram. So last week, you have done the use case diagram, followed by use case description, because I know that use case description, you just follow the template, you can do. Okay, only the use case, after you know how to do use case diagram, of course, use case description, you can do. Okay, and today, the activity diagram, right? Let me share the screen for activity diagram first, okay? And after your Hari Raya celebration, then only you have the sequence diagram and finally your class diagram, right? Okay. Okay. So actually, week after your holiday, you will have to submit your proposal. Your proposal consists of the video and also your SRS, right? Okay. That's your proposal, your first assessment. Okay. Since our first assessment, which is test one, have been postponed to week 7 or week 8, something like that. Okay. So your first assessment is the submission of proposal. The proposal consists of the video and the SRS. Okay. So before we proceed with activity diagram, okay, let me show you an example of SRS, because later on you will do your SRS, right? So I will provide you the template. Okay, so wait, I show you the template that I gave you. Again, okay, the template that I gave you is just a basic. Okay, it's just a basic things that provided by the resource person lah. So it will be looks like this one, right? Okay, this is the template. Okay, so you will have your SRS. Okay, so change the semester. Okay, actually, I will edit this part first. Okay, and then list out your team members. Okay, your date submission. Okay, so this is the template, right? So you need to fill up lah. And you will have a table of content, right? So what content inside your report, and then you will have your list of figures. Your SRS should until activity diagram. So that's why important lah. Important for today activity diagram. So inside it, I will put a background. I will put the content starting with the introduction, background study, what kind of system, who need the system, why they need the system, how the proposed system can improve their activities, and existing or similar system developed for other organizations. Okay, and then development methodology. Okay, some of the content you have done in your simple proposal idea before, right? So you just copy paste and improve or revise. Okay, right. So you have choose the software process model, okay, for your project. So again, you can copy paste the software, starting with explanations about the method. Okay, and you also can do a comparison first. Okay, again, like I said, that you can copy from your previous assignment because you already justify it, right? So so this is a milestone. Okay, so we submit the SRS proposal. proposal, actually the proposal idea lah that you already been presented before. So week 8 is your submission of SRS, okay, and you put all the task breakdown in your report. Job assignment, who will do that, and then your Gantt chart and your functional requirement, okay, overall use case diagram. So here you need to print screen from the star UML. It not necessary star UML. You can use the IO, the online builder of use case also can. Okay, so print the screenshot. All right. So the detail of each use case. Okay. Actually, this one is the use case description. So use a table form lah. Okay. Right. So apply any of the content that you already learned in the chapter. Okay, non-functional. Okay. So this is just draft template. Okay. So let me show you one of the good report. Okay. Good report. Okay, for you to have a better understanding on what should you do. I always mention that you need to apply whatever you learn in chapter, right? Okay, so here are the example. So I give full marks. So I'm okay if you have all the things. Okay, um, good. Okay, I don't care to give you a full marks. So this group after revise, okay, they get 10 out of 10, full mark lah. Okay, so proposal is 10. But for yours, you have divided to 3 marks for your video, 7 marks for your SRS. Okay, so if you can see now that the template given is just a guideline. So I will recommend you to design your proposal based on your creativity. Okay, like this group. Okay, actually this is not so creative, but still the content is there lah. So you design the template because this is to make your proposal stand out from others. Remember that we told about to getting a tender. Okay, you might impress your client, right? So one of it is, of course, to see the visual thing first, right? To see your report. So design your own SRS. Okay, but the content is followed the guideline lah. Okay, right? So you actually no need to put the due date, the actual, the submit just now. Just you should have the content lah. Actually, you can put the submission date pun boleh. And table of content, instead of putting in the table form, put it in a proper way. Okay. Right. So list of diagram, you will have a lot of diagram. Okay. You have use case diagram, use case description, and also activity diagram. Right. So this is the introduction. So introduction is about the document first, and then talking about the background study. Background study? It can be starting with the problem. The problem is you are the one who found the problem, or you get a company that asks you to help them to solve their problem. Okay, so this company, okay, this company is getting the problem from the client. Okay, so the client is NRB Car Rental Services. Okay, so the background study is talking about that company having issues. Okay, on talking about the problem lah, having the issues. Okay, and then of course the solution, right? So what kind of the system? So your proposed solution will be here. And then who need the system? Of course, your client is the company, right? Okay, so you can directly putting your client here, or if you explain detail on your system, you can explain the module of the system included how many roles. Why they need the system? Okay, because this is for rental car, right? So not necessarily, of course, the company is needed the system, but who is the users? Okay, of course, should include the users who need the system. So the user is included lah. So why they need the system? So of course, to solve their problem in terms of the company and also in terms of the user. And then how the proposed system can improve their activities. So this one is the non-functional issues, right? You can put lah. Okay, right. So will be good to put your flowchart of system in this. Okay, so better for your client to understand. Okay, because normally, okay, we tend to look into the visual of flowchart rather than you read through, right? But this is a report, so you need to have the text plus the image, the figure. And then you need to do a review of existing similar system. Okay, so you should have 3. Okay, and then you put yours, the proposed system. Okay, to show the, you can put disadvantage and advantage. You can put any features that you want to highlight, right? Okay, and then your software process model that you've been identified. Okay, first you need to explain about the software process model and put the justification why this model is suitable for your project. Okay, so requirement definitions, the detail of each phases here, right? So make sure you use a proper format, the numbering, the subsections, right? So in a good format lah. So this is the explanation from phase to phase of the software process model just now, right? And then your project milestone and deliverable, right? You can follow SOW lah. You can refer SOW. You can put it as your project milestone. Okay, and then the task breakdown, okay, and the durations and job assignment. So please put your own pictures, okay, instead just putting the name. So put your photos, okay, your photos, right? So every group should have one project manager, and other than that, of course, your team, you need to refer the software engineering team. You have a developer, you have the designer, you have the tester, you might have a content or technical writer. Okay, so the explanation of each of the role, right? And then your Gantt chart, okay, your PERT chart, okay, you haven't you we haven't we done the PERT chart, right? Functional requirement, okay, and then the overall use case diagram. So this is the whole system use case diagram first, and then the explanations of the actors and the detail of use case. So this group have use case first, log in, followed by the use case description and activity diagram. So actually activity diagram can be replaced main flow, okay? But since we have separately, so after you done your use case description, you put your activity diagram below it, okay? Use case number 2, the register, okay? And then you have the use case description followed by activity diagram. And then number 3, the make reservations. Okay, remember your use case description and use activity diagram is by use case. Okay. Activity 4, view bill. Okay. Use case 5, view vehicle. Okay. Use case 6, manage reservation. 7, view report. Okay. 8, add new vehicle. 9, update vehicle info. Right. So then, non-functional requirement. This group, as mentioned, their non-functional requirement is the performance, safety and security. Okay. And then you have a software quality attribute, okay? Usability, portability, availability, correctness, okay? And then requirement review, okay? Up until here only, okay? For appendix, this is you will update later, later if you done the whole project, the final report lah. Because actually the appendix is extract from your SDD system design, okay, system your software design, okay, your software design, and also from your software testing report. Okay, so you will not edit your appendix yet. And finally, your prototype, the screenshot of your prototype. Okay. So this is the final report or the SRS lah. Okay. This is the STR. You have not learned until the STR. That's why up now until activity diagram only, which is in the proposal. Okay. All right. Any questions? Stop lah. Just continue. Any question for your SRS? Tak ada? Okay. If no questions, means that you understand lah, kan? Belum lagi, okay, tak apa. Thank you, Akil, for the response. Alright. Okay. Yeah, ada record, okay? Don't worry. Okay, I will put in the future later on, okay? Alright, so you can go through back. I know why you're asking about the report, because you want to look back the template and also the sample, right? Okay, right, welcome. Okay, so for today, lab number 5, working with activity diagram, right? So where were we? Okay, we've done the use case diagram, okay, and then use case description. Now the activity diagram, okay. So activity diagram concept, okay, used for requirement determinations. So this is still in requirement engineering. So that's why it's put requirement determinations. So your proposal include until activity diagram. Okay. So activity diagram depicts of the process, which is the workflow, either manual or automations, your process logic, okay, time order of process step, activity, and decision point. You have the start and end point. Actors, okay, actors in the swimline, okay, actors. Okay, remember actors is not necessarily individual, it can be a system, it should be in noun lah kan. System step that the error, okay, system step that are or will be the software. Activity diagram resemble old flowchart and somewhat the FD. Okay, I did mention before, right? In UMS, we did not use UML because UML is, of course, is comprehensive. Okay, because it have more than 13 diagrams to make sure that people understand more about your system. However, okay, for us, we believe that more than you provide, your client, your stakeholder might not IT person, right? They sometimes they couldn't understand what's the diagram for. So normally, frankly speaking to everyone here, that when I work in frame, I only provide flowchart. Simple, flowchart. Flowchart only our stakeholder will be understand better. Okay, but in UITM, they prefer to teach the student using UML. In UMS, we use ERD and DFD only. Okay, but student may choose to use UML. Okay, but you don't have choices. You need to use UML. Okay, that's why our content here is purposely UML. So you need to follow UML. So, but don't worry, you don't have the 13 diagram. Okay, but you only need use case diagram, you use case description, okay, use activity diagram, sequence diagram, and your class diagram. Okay, so same goes with use case diagram. Okay, activity diagram also have their own elements. So this is a normal process. Okay, if you Google later on in activity diagram, you will see a lot of different thing in your activity diagram. Dalam notes lain, dekat Google lain, right? Because actually there are a few types of activity diagram. The simple one, the standard one. So any template or any guide that you follow, we have a general elements lah. So the element should have a start and end, okay, and should have a actors as who or what perform activity, okay, and the activity, okay, the process, okay, and also the error lah, okay, and how it was been drawn, because sometimes when you Google, sometimes it's not like in this swimline, the table with the interaction like this one. No, sometimes you just see the flow. So that's one, the simple one. Okay. So for you guys, okay, will be good you follow this normal process. This one, the standard one, the standard. Okay. So in activity diagram, the elements first, you must have the start and end, which is the time. Okay. You have the actor who what perform activities here. Okay. And then you need to have the swim line, the area from each of the actors, and the activity process step included the process flow, and finally the decision point. Okay, decision point here. Okay, the diamond one, decision point. Okay, sometimes they don't have the decision point. Okay, sometimes tak ada pun. Okay, they just flow saja. It can. It's depend on your system, how you design your system, right? So activity diagram element, this is for, just now is a normal, a standard, right? This one is parallel. How if the process is parallel, serentak kan, together? Meaning that like this one, this is the example, synchronized bar indicate parallel process. So this is added from the normal one, because normal one don't have this this bar, right? So this is a parallel to show that this process synchronized. Okay, the process together, okay, simultaneously. So parallel process run at the same time, of course, right? Okay. So this is example with a parallel process. Okay. Sorry, wait. Oh, don't have. I thought continue with the parallel. This is another example. Okay. I don't think it's a parallel, right? It's not parallel. Okay. So customer order cloud and computer system. Another example, okay, for simpler diagram. Okay, simpler diagram. See, simpler diagram don't have the decision. Okay. And process flow. Okay, sequential, conditional, iteration, loop. Okay. So this one will be explained further. Okay, what is not included in activity diagram? Okay. Data, task between step, object, but can be inferred. Sometimes they do have lah. And user interface. You don't need to put your user interface in the activity diagram. Okay. How to create activity diagram? Okay, so this is the flow process. It's quite similar with use case diagram. First, you identify the actors, right? So this is the identify activity step of process first. And then you identify who, what perform activities, okay? And then draw the swim line first, okay? The table area for each of the actors. Identify the decision point, okay? If then, determine if step is in loop for each of, or if then based loop. Okay, so I believe that you understand the word if then and okay. Determine if step is parallel, okay, with some others if there is a parallel. So that's why it's put determine. Okay, but it's not compulsory, it's based on your system. Identify order of the activities and the decision point. Draw the start point of the process in the swim line of the first activity. Draw the oval of the first activity. okay, because the use case is in oval, right? Draw an arrow to the locations of the second step. Draw the subsequent step while inserting decision point and synchronize or loop bars where appropriate. Okay, either is a synchronize or loop, need a bar. Draw the endpoint after the last step. Okay, so this is just a suggestion of the flow to create activity diagram. But however, it depends on your system as well. Okay. Completing an activity, right? After you done draw the activity diagram, actually, okay, right. Actually, it will be good if you do a table form. Okay, table form like this one. Okay, or you can provide together to make people more understand it. Okay, sometimes these are to have a guided for this activity diagram. That's why I said that sometimes client do not understand an activity diagram mean, how it works, right? That's why the easy one is the flowchart actually. Okay, but this is we assume. We assume the SRS will be sent to someone expert in the IT in the company. Okay, because later on the IT department will take over the system, right? So that we assume like that lah. So that's the report looks technical, banyak technical part. Okay, right. So easy for you to explain with the table form. If you see your friends previous batch just now pun, they didn't use this table. They didn't put this table. Or else, what you can do is you draw this table first and then only you have this activity diagram. This to guide your activity diagram. Or you can provide both. Okay, that's all. Okay, because like I say, activity diagram is quite easy. It's a combinations of flowchart plus DFT. You don't have DFT, but it's inside the activity diagram. All right. So to show you a better explanation, I have a video from previous batch. Okay? Your batch is only have one group, so your topic sharing is limit to lecture only. However, last semester I have two group. Okay, two group. Okay, so they have more group. So the topic sharing until the lab sessions. Okay, that's why I want to show you their video sharing on how to draw activity diagram, because I asked them to do a step-by-step how to draw activity diagram. That's make your friends understand better. So they did the video. Okay, let me share the video with you guys first. Okay, I will play the video all long. Okay, all long the video is only, let me see, because normally topic sharing is maximum minutes. Their video is, I think, is not until 15 minutes, but it's included the three diagram. The activity diagram, the sequence diagram, and a class diagram. So you might have a better understanding and comparison between these three diagram better, right? Okay, so let me share the video first. Alright, so the video is consists of the three diagram. Okay, however, for our lab sessions, we emphasize on the activity diagram first. Alright.
Hello, Assalamualaikum, and a very good morning. Today, I would like to teach you about activity diagram. Next, the learning objective. What is meant by a model? Second, the distinction between a model and the diagram. And lastly, I will show you how to draw activity diagram. Next, the model. Model in general means quicker and easier to build by human, used in simulations, and that can be represent real or imaginary things. Model in development also. Model is activity of object-oriented analysis and design for the example business system, such as a model of book production. Next, the diagram. Diagram general means diagram is used to build a model of system. Diagram also used in communicate and generate new ideas. This is the activity diagram notation. First, the activity. The call symbol is used for activities. Second, the transmission or flow. When the action or activity of a state completes, flow of control passes immediately to the next action or activity state. The flow of control is shown by arrow symbol. Next, the starting and ending nodes. The source of flow of control is known as initial node or starting nodes, like that. And the ending node is destination of flow of control is called ending node or final node. Next, the join. A block bar with several flows entering in it and one leaving from it. For the example of science bar or join is like that. For fog, a black bar or horizontal or vertical with one flow going into it and several leaving it. This denotes the beginning of parallel activities. The splitting bar or fog is like that. Next, the example of activity diagram uses login system. It is start with the user is registered. Start with users enter login name and password. Correct login and password or not. If yes, it will go to the user successfully login. If no, it will show invalid login or password and it will go to the user's enters login name and password again. When the successfully login, it will go to the user setting are displayed and lastly users logs into the system. Next is the example of activity diagram, which is start with start node, the time, and end with ending nodes. For the box of the activity diagram is called swim line. Thank you. Next, I will show you how to create the activity diagram. First of all, right click of the mouse and choose add diagram and you look for the activity diagram and click it. So this is the toolbox that we should use. We took the swim lane first. We create the swim lane. One, and we create one more swim lane for the system e-learning. This we put the teacher as a teacher. This is we put as system e-learning. Okay, and we start with initial and we put an action. We insert, click the application. Next, the action is form login display when we click the application. Next, when the form login display, it will show and insert username and password. And next action. Next, we will use mesh. And we will put the text inside this sorry, and the next action is main menu display, and we close it with the final one. First, we will continue the flow. Start with the click to the application and go through to form login display. We will go to which login to the insert username or password, and next we will go to if true. We will go to the if true. Sorry. If go true, or if not true, it will go to the form login display again. If no, and when the and it will go to the last file. That's all for me. Thank you.
So next, I will present about the sequence diagram. So, sequence diagram are type of UML diagram that show how objects in a system or classes within code interact with each other. Particularly, this diagram show interactions in the order that take place. In other words, they show the sequence of events. It also shows the detailed interaction between the objects. It is good for presenting sequence or time ordering of messages. There are several sequence diagram notations. The first one is messages. Second one is focus on control and activation boxes. Next is illustration returns, messages to serve and this, creation of instance, object lifelines and object destruction, iteration or looping, and conditional messages. For the example of the sequence diagram, we will use the example where student and teacher can access to the timetable, grades, and attendance. So first, we will drag out the actor and place them on the left. The first actor will be the teachers. The next actor will be the student. This action is student. We will combine both of actors into one lifelines. What is a lifeline? Lifelines are the vertical dashed lines that show the existence of an object or actor over time. Moving down the lifeline means that more time is passing. So we will drag out lifeline for the actor and for each of our objects. Next, we will add our object alongside it. This object will be named as system. The object need to be placed in sequential order from left to right. We will start to diagram the interaction between actors and the objects. The first one is to check timetable. This will be our first message. The message shows the information being sent between objects. How to make the messages? We start with the first one at the top. We will drag out line that connects the actor lifeline to the system lifeline. We will label it as check timetable. So next, the system will check the timetable. It will return back to the students and teachers. It will display the timetable. Next one is if the student and teacher wants to check grades, it will send to the system and the system will display grades. Next, also same as the check attendance. After student and teacher sends to the system will display attendance to student and teacher. Next is update attendance and update grades. Only teacher can update attendance and update the grades in the system. We will start the line from teacher to the system. We will label it as update attendance. After that, the system will display updated attendance. It same goes to update grades. When teacher wants to update grades, we will drag a line to the system. So the system will return back to the teacher as displayed updated grades. Lastly, after our interaction complete, now we can add activation boxes. It shows when and how long an object is performing a process. So we will drag one out. We will place it on the student and teacher lifeline and fit the box around the first and the second message. We will do the same as the check grades and display grades, check attendance, display attendance, update attendance, display updated attendance, and update grades and display updated grades. Since actors are external objects, they don't need an activation box.
Hi, I will show you how to draw the class diagram using StarUML. For this lab tutorial, we using question 1 from tutorial 3. So, click at the model and choose the class diagram. Then click class from the toolbox and draw. Rename the class name as student. Then we add the student attribute. Just right click and choose the attribute. For the first attribute is student ID. And the data type is integer. All classes have different access level. So for the student ID, the access level is public. Public is visible from anywhere in the system. Protected, visible from within the class and from the subclass inherited from this class, but not from the outside. Private, visible only from within the class, cannot be accessed from outside the class. To add new attribute, we just click add. Next is student name. The data type is string. Student email. The data type is also string. Next, we add the class behavior, which is the class method, function, or process. Just right click and choose the operation. For the first process is check timetable. And then click add. For the second process is check grade. And the last process is check attendance. So we finish for the student class. Next, we assign the key for each class. For student is student ID. And for teacher is teacher ID. Next, we draw the association and name it as teach. Then we add its own attribute, which one-to-many. So how to add? Just click the association line and under the student class, at the multiplicity part, we choose many. And for the teacher class is 1. So, teacher can teach many students and student will be taught by one teacher. So that's all for class diagram. Thank you.
Okay, so from this video, you can see the difference between the activity diagram. Okay, the activity diagram is on flow. Okay, flow of your system. Okay, and then for sequence diagram, okay, is to explain the interaction. Okay, the interactions in your system. Okay, and finally the class diagram is all the it's an object oriented diagram, right? Okay. Right. So I think that's all to explain about activity diagram. Like I said, that it's simple. It's kind of flow chart. It's combination of DFD, but they have a seam line. They they have a bar. Okay, a bar state for any pork, and another one is what no. Easy. If you done the use case diagram and use case description, I believe that the continue with the activity diagram is just simple, right? Just a flow chart of your system. Okay, right? Boleh kan? Okay. Any question? Kenapa ada simbol sedih tu? Okay. I know that everyone here is already in raya mode, right? Okay. Ada universiti lain dah cuti lagi kan? But you still have online class. Okay. That's why I don't want to use all the 2 hours actually. Okay. But I have activities for you guys. Okay. Remember that in our last week lab sessions, we did use case diagram kan? Okay. Lepas tu ada yang interested untuk okay, the next activity I want to become the winner kan? This is the activity lah, alright? Okay, so after this, okay, I will break you into your Izzat. Izzat lah Izzat. Okay, I will assign you to your group breakout room. Okay, we will break into breakout room. I will give you a task. Okay, actually the task is already uploaded in your feature. Okay, so you will work in group. Okay, you will work in group. So ini satu group lah. Satu group ada berapa orang? Saya pun dah lupa dah because we have too many group.
4 orang, Doktor.
4 orang. That's so. Siapa yang dapat group mana yang dapat highest marks ni? Okay, saya akan bagi setiap orang RM10 dalam group tu. Alright. So you go to your future, okay, and download the PDF. Okay. Remember last week you have done the use case of question number 1 to 3, right? So at the below part, I put the PDF for previous question. Itu question previous batch punya. So I want you to try to do that, right? So I will put you in a breakout room, okay? So I will put you in a breakout room. You may go directly to your breakout room after this, okay? So let me see how many group that we have. Wait. CSC577, we have 7 group, right? So let me create the breakout room for 7 group first. Okay, and you go to your group, you may discuss. So at I give you half an hour cukup kat dia, actually 1 question only. Okay, let's see. If every group already done, we will complete early lah. So I will give you until 3:30. Okay, 3:30. So let me create the breakout room. We have 7 group, so 7 breakout sessions. Let's participate choose any sessions. Okay, or if you couldn't get in the in your room, let me know, so I will assign manually lah. Okay, so you may start join your breakout room sessions. 1 for breakout room session 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. Okay. So, discuss in your team member the answer. 3:30, we will check the answer together. Right? Is it clear?
Clear, Doktor.
Alright. Okay, let's do this, right? Petang-petang ni kita kena buat aktiviti yang apa ni? Yang aktif sikit.
Doktor, soalan dia kat mana tadi, Doktor?
Dekat U Future, okay? In your last week assignment, what we call it, UML, right? I put it as a UML assignment. So at the last of question number 3, you will have PDF. Ada PDF dekat situ. I put as a review UML. Jumpa tak? Download the PDF. Okay.
Revision UML.
Yes. Ada tak?
Ada.
Okay. So download the PDF. And you may start discuss in your breakout session. Okay, bagi-bagilah, sama-sama discuss ke ataupun bagi-bagi task ke. At 3:30 or I will go group by group. If every group already done, but the maximum is until 3:30 lah kan. So kita discuss, nanti kita boleh balik awal lah, boleh dismiss awal. Alright, so you may start go to your breakout room session. Siapa yang tak berjaya pergi ke group, let me know. So I will assign manually. Okay, anyone have a problem getting into your breakout room? Okay, yang tinggal ni ada masalah ke? Akil, Ashraf, Azim, Ryan, Fatihah, Nakib, Kak Ikmal, Imran, Fairina, Rosmaidayu, Safia. Okay, ini sikit dah. Okay, kalau ada masalah, pergi kat bawah tu yang ada bentuk empat segi tu. Blue screen. Tu you punya laptop lah tu kan? Kalau blue screen, oi, bahaya tu. Mungkin kena restart balik. Shut down balik, kan? Okay, lepas tu restart balik semua. Okay. So actually you don't need a laptop lah. Kalau one of your friends have a laptop, you just masuk dengan mobile pun boleh. So one of your friends share screen lah. So you boleh discuss together. Okay, ada lagi yang ada masalah? Ashraf, Fatihah, Izzian, Nakib, Ikmal, Imran, Rosmaidayu, Safia. Ada masalah?
Tak ada, doktor.
Okay, dia tak masuk pun dalam group you all. Pergi dekat group breakout session. Pergi dekat bawah tu, ada empat segi tu. Klik dia. Lepas tu you pilih you punya group number. Kalau group 2, pergilah breakout room 2. Group 3, pergilah breakout room 3. Klik join. Kat ujung dia tu, klik join. So from my view here, breakout room session 1 ada 2. Breakout room session 2, group 2 tak ada langsung lagi. Group 3 ada 2, group 4 ada 1, group 5 ada 2, group 6 masih kosong, group 7 ada 1. Oh, kalau you dekat mobile, dia ada di atas Okay, kalau dekat laptop or desktop, dia di bawah. Okay, so saya nampak ni ada yang share ni kalau dalam mobile, dia berada di atas. Show all breakout room. Baru you pilih. Okay, Akil boleh guna mobile dulu lah. Mesti ada kawan you yang ada laptop, nanti boleh share screen. You boleh guna mobile untuk overview lah dulu. Ni ada yang dalam ni masih lagi tak tahu masuk ke macam mana? Supposedly this area, the main area ni dah kosong dah, semua orang dah masuk bilik masing-masing. Oh, okay, alright, okay. Ashraf, group berapa? Ada masalah nak join the room? Ikmal, Imran, sama juga orang sama, Rosmai, Dayu, and Safia. Okay, you are supposedly go to your breakout room session lah. Group 1 dah penuh dah, 4 orang. Group 2 baru 2 orang. Group 3, 3 orang. Group 4, 1 orang lah. Group 4, kesian 1 orang. Group 5, 3 orang. Group 6, 1 orang. Group 7, 1 orang. Do you need help? Because if you not issues, I will need to go to others room lah. Saya nak pergi melawat setiap room. Kalau ada masalah. Ashraf, okay. Ke lepas on kelas terus lari. Wahida, you need to join your breakout room sessions based on your group number lah. If you are in group 3, choose breakout room session number 3. Where to get breakout room sessions? Kalau you use a desktop or laptop, at the below part ada bentuk 4 segi tu. So click join that group. Hilang dah dia. Okay, if you are using mobile, so supposedly it's in the above part. So how many? 477 ada 29 orang. 9 baru 22. Oh, no wonder lah tak complete lagi. Okay, hi group 1. Okay, are you already start your discussion? Bolehlah seorang share screen so you boleh discuss apa nak buat. Okay, sama-sama. Boleh tahu apa nak buat? Tahu? Dapatkan jawapan dia, so you boleh buat dalam you punya word ke apa sajalah. Because later on nanti kita discuss, saya akan tanya bagi jawapan. Boleh group 1?
Okay, doktor.
Alright. So if okay, I leave to you guys to continue, right? Hi group 2.
Hi, madam.
Are you okay?
Ahmed.
Are you okay? Faham apa nak buat? Bolehlah salah seorang share screen, lepas tu discuss. Macam anggap ni macam physical punya discussion kan. Tapi di virtual.
Tapi seorang lagi tak.
Masih lagi dekat luar tu bunyi angin-angin tu. So I leave you guys to continue discussion.
Okay.
Banyak sangat.
Dia ada type warehouse international dengan MD. Lepas tu dia nak apa?
Manager can read. Mana manager?
Hai, Daniel, you seorang saja. Mana team member lain? Panggil dalam grup WhatsApp. Panggil dia orang. Join you punya breakout session.
Baik, madam.
Seorang-seorang nak discuss susah ni. Panggil yang lain-lain lah. Tahu kan apa nak buat kan? Nanti share screen. Nanti discuss lah, bagi jawapan. Dia dapatkan jawapan.
Alright, madam.
Alright.
Saya ada buka show ada.
Oh, kau nampak?
Ada.
5, are you okay?
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Bukalah screen. Share screen. Lepas tu baru nampak satu-satu. Semua macam kat luar je dia punya angin-angin ni. Tengah beli kuih ke?
Panas madam.
Panas, madam. Kipas tepi muka ni.
Oh, okey, kipas. Okay, patutlah. Okay. Okay. Saya nanti letakkan jawapan dia dekat sebelah dia ke, dekat dia punya. Discuss lah jawapan dia. Ada 20 markah dekat situ. Okay, salah tak apa. This is just not an assessment. It's just activity lah. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll leave the discussion with you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, group 6. Are you okay? Mana lagi 2 orang? Baru
2 orang, madam.
Mana dia orang?
Ada 2 orang je, madam.
Panggil lah dalam
5
WhatsApp
orang.
dulu. Mana yang lain-lain?
Dah tanya, madam, macam ketiduran.
Tak ada.
Tak apalah, okay. Yang ada ni, okay, salah seorang Akil ke atau Nakib ke, share screen, okay, discuss sama-sama apa jawapan dia agaknya macam tu kan. So ni bukan assessment, dia just activity, okay. Right?
Ya,
Tang Dazim.
tadi dah ketinggalan, madam.
Apa yang ketinggalan?
Kita suruh buka apa tadi kat U-Future?
Pergi U-Future, okay. Tengok yang last week punya assignment, tajuk dia apa tu? Assignment UML kan? Dekat assignment UML.
Question 3 tu ke? Yang question 3 tu ke?
Oh, yang lab UML tu
Dekat, yes. Dekat bawah sekali ada PDF. Download PDF tu. Dekat PDF tu tajuk dia Vision UML. Itu soalan dia.
Oh, ada.
Ada kan? So, seorang download, lepas tu share screen, you boleh start discuss jawapan dia. Alright?
Okay.
Alright, bye.
Banyaknya.
Hi, group 7. Are you okay?
Yes, we are waiting for the...
Have you download the question?
Yes.
Okay. So, seorang bolehlah. You can share screen and you can start discuss and getting the answer from it lah. Tengok mana yang sempat. Okay. Because we still have limit time until 3:30 lah. So, mana yang sempat aja. Okay. Don't worry, this is not assessment, this is activity. Just to make sure you understand. Because this is from previous punya question. So, it's good lah for you to do the revision as well. Alright?
Okay.
So, I leave with you guys. Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Doktor. Ada orang nak tolong share screen ke?
Okay, ada yang dalam grup ni lagi ni, Ashraf, Ikmal, Imran, Safia. Do you have problem getting in your breakout session? Ada masalah? Kalau ada masalah, bagi tahu saya grup berapa. Saya akan masukkan you dalam grup tu. Atau ni case yang online dia terus hilang, lari. Okay, welcome back everyone. It's already 3:35. Okay, that's why saya close breakout room session untuk semua balik semula ke kelas. Alright. So, saya sharekan skrin saya sekarang. Okay. Okay, we are using Google Doc share Google Doc, Google Doc. So everyone will get same link. You can edit. Okay, let me share the link. Okay. You all boleh pergi dekat link yang saya share dekat chat box tu. Okay, untuk bagi jawapan. Okay, bagi jawapan. Siapa yang sempat ada jawapan lah kan. Okay. So dekat sini ada 3 soalan ni sebenarnya kan. 3 soalan, 4 markah, 10 markah, 6. Ni nak 2, ni nak 5. Ini nak redraw balik use case yang betul. So, what I want you to do is letakkan you punya group name. Contohlah soalan nombor 1 ni kan you letaklah group 1. Lepas tu letakkan jawapan dia di bawah apa dia. Yang orang lain, just enter, dapatkan space sikit. You letak group 2. Just fill in your answer. Okay, I give you 5 minutes to copy paste your answer to the Google document. Alright, while you are typing your answer, okay, let's read the question first. According to the general manager of the warehouse department, there are 2 types of warehouse for international trade machinery berhad, ITM. The manufacturing department, MD, will store its raw material in the material warehouse. The purchase and sales department use the product warehouse to store the complete products. The WD manage this warehouse on behalf of the MD and PSD. The inventory system must manage and record every inbound and outbound item or stocks. The system will monitor the stocks. Whenever it reaches the reorder point, the system trigger the SCM and CRM system. The PSD can use this model via the CRM system to plan and track their sales. Meanwhile, the warehouse manager can read the inventory reports from time to time. As this system is an extension of the SCM system, it needs to integrate with the SCM user model. So, based on the above description, okay, the business analyst trainee draw the use case diagram as shown in figure 1. Sebab dia trainee. Sebab tu ada salah ni. Okay, figure 1 shows the use case diagram for the inventory system drawn by the business analyst trainee. Dia trainee je, sebab tu dia ada masalah dekat use case dia. Okay, now you are the expert. Alright. So question number 1, explain 2 method to verify the use case diagram. Dia ada banyak, dia ada a few, but I want only 2. We did learn this part, okay, in the validation process, because it's talking about verify validations, kan? So I only needs 2 method. Okay, so group 1 tak ada jawapan, group 2 dan group 3 dan tak payah panjang-panjang, point form pun cukup. Dia tak ada panjang-panjang ayat-ayat, tak ada. Okay, group 5, okay, in progress. Group tu ada 2 jawapan. Pilih satu je jawapan. Jangan banyak-banyak jawapan. Group tu, yang group tu dekat bawah ni group tu ke? Group tu.
Ya, saya dekat soalan kedua. Oh, dia satu group satu soalan ke?
Oh, okay. Sorry. This is question number 2. Sorry. Betul. You are correct. I thought question number 1. Okay. Alright, good. I thought we do question number 1 first, but you have a time, so you just put your answer in each of the question. Boleh? Okay. Alright. So question number 1, we done? Or should I wait everyone to put the answer first untuk soalan nombor 1, 2, 3, soalan dah pula. Soalan nombor 1, 2, 3 and then kita review jawapannya kan? Lagi better, right? Okay, I give you until 3:45 lah to complete the answer first and then we review together. Okay, don't worry, salah tak apa. Asalkan you tidak mengaku kalah kan awal. Mencubalah, at least mencuba, right? Jangan tak bagi jawapan langsung. Okay. So until 3:45, we'll start discuss the answer. Jangan panjang-panjang, pendek-pendek je cukup. Tak perlu karangan. Okay, so jawapan dia ialah direct je. Yang penting soalan nombor 3 tu, draw use case. Last week kan dah ada berapa orang? 5 orang expert kan yang berjaya melukis dengan betul kan? So why not try this last question? Last question is a must lah, it's a must. Okay? It's a must. You kena draw. Kena draw the use case. Ada tak yang dah buat soalan nombor 3? Good. Group 5. Done. Yay. Right, baru group 5. Let me check answer by group 5. Okay. So remember the elements for use case. Actors. System. Mana system ni? Group 5? Salah dah ni. Dia punya system tak ada kan? Tak apa. Kalau ini je jawapan you all. Use case. Kan? Dia mesti ada actor. Use case. System boundary. And lastly, you akan ada relationship or association. Ada 4 je kan? Okay. Okay, other group. Question number 3. Two more minutes. Tak sempat lukis komputer pun, lukis pakai tangan pun boleh. Tapi kena download and then copy dalam sini lah. Kan? Betul-betul. Salah tak apa. Jangan takut. Salah tak apa. Jangan tak cuba langsung lah. Saya baca you all punya WhatsApp group. Okay, 1 minit lagi. Saya nak tengok soalan yang nombor 3 ni. Baru satu grup yang upload jawapan. Nombor 1, tengok ada tak yang dapat jawapan betul dah. Inilah contoh soalan dia lah kalau dalam test nanti, you tengok dia tak ada directly questions daripada you punya lecture kan. Tapi sebenarnya content dia ada dalam tu. Cuma the way dia tanya soalan tu, lain sikit. Okay, grup yang paling dapat markah paling tinggi, banyak betul. Inilah, satu tim tu dapat RM10. Setiap orang dapat RM10. Satu tim tu. Setiap orang dapat RM10 dalam tim tu. Yang attend hari ni lah kan, yang tak attend tu kita tak payah bagi dia lah kan. Okay, I don't know, RM10 is just, I don't know. I know that RM10 is just, is just a little amount, kan? But the value lah from you get, correct answer kan? That just my reward lah. Okay, dan saya nak tengok soalan nombor 3 ada tak jawapan lain lagi? Tak ada jawapan lain lagi soalan nombor 3, baru group 5.
Tengah buat after.
Tengah buat lagi. Okay. Okay lah, saya tambah lagi a few more minutes sampai 3.50 lah kan. 10 minit kita go through jawapan lah. Macam ni syok lah kan. Macam seolah-olah kita berada physically. Even though we are virtually. Ya, harap-harap tak ada yang meniru. Okay, mesti jawapan lain-lain. Last 1 minutes. Soalan nombor 3 ada dah yang bagi jawapan. Masih lagi group 5. Group 5 ada improvise. Hilang. Okay, di bawah. Alright, already 3:50. Okay, so can I stop? Okay, let me stop sharing first. Kan? Nanti masih lagi beri jawapan. Okay, boleh saya stop untuk you all masukkan jawapan? Okay, so saya akan stop sharing. Okay. Lambat pula loading saya punya internet. Oh, okay. CSC577. Apa pula? Baik, mana sudah? Belum sudah? Let me go back to the link. Saya share dulu. Sikit lagi. Okay. 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 Sementara saya ubah setting ini untuk stop sharing. Lambat pula internet saya. Sikit lagi. Masih 3:51 dah. 3:53 dah sekarang. Okay, so masih loading. So I think you still can access until I stop the the sharing publicly. Okay, done. I put restricted. Okay. Okay. Alright. So let's review the answer, everyone. Okay. Okay. So boleh nampak kan? Question number 1, explain to. Dia tulis explain tapi you bagi jawapannya cukup. Sebab saya tak nak dia punya explanation. Okay. Explain two methods to verify the use case diagram. Actually, kita dah belajar dah ni. Apa benda untuk verify kan dengan validation tu kan? Maybe you all lupa ni. Okay, group 1, draw system boundary dengan draw actor. Both correct. Both wrong answer. Salah. Kosong markah. Okay, kosong markah. Okay. Group 2, the UML must have interaction between actors. UML have, ini pun salah, bukan juga. 0 marks. Okay, group 3, cross-check with requirement, walk through with actors. Close. Okay, walaupun dia bukan exactly the correct questions, saya boleh bagi requirement and the actors tadi kan, walk through actors. Okay, yang ni saya bagi berapa markah dia tadi? 4 kat situ kan? So 2-2. So sini saya bagi markah 1-1. So group 3 dapat 2 marks. Group 4, use case model element must be unique, include. Okay, ni pun salah. Kosong marks. Group 5, include and extend relation must refer to normal. Salah juga. Kosong. Group 6, seeking feedback from stakeholder, reviewing requirement that correctly represent. Ini pun saya boleh bagi 2 markah. The use case diagram include and extend the diagram. Use case, ni salah juga. Okay, remember the validation process. Okay, in the validation process stages, you ada software review, throw away prototyping, domain requirement dengan test scenario test case. Itu. So saya nak 2 je. So ada 4 kat situ jawapan dia. Okay, so ada 2 group yang close. Adalah dalam tu software review, adalah review or requirement and also yang stakeholder tadi. Boleh. Alright. So let's move on to question number 2. 5 mistake, right? So group 1, there is no title inside. Title tak penting sebenarnya, tak perlu. Okay, because element dia tak termasuk title kan, dia box tu saja. Login must include extend logout. Wait, let me check. Ada tentang login tapi bukan tentang extend. Okay, the answer for login, integrate with use case should be removed as the associate between login use case and SCM actors shows there is an external interface between these 2 use case. Sebenarnya tak ada pun extend. Okay. Number 3, manager manage inventory. Okay, manager manage inventory. Sekejap, manager manage inventory. Bukan manager kan yang manage inventory, warehouse staff, right? Staff did not have to view report. View report. Only actor warehouse, associate between actors, warehouse. Tak ada dekat situ, staff apa maksud dia ni? Sekarang association between actors, warehouse staff with managed inventory use case is wrong as the actor cannot view the report. Betul, dia kata staff did not have to view report. Staff did not have to view report. Apa maksud dia? Staff did not have to view report. Adakah dia sama maksud you kata staff tu ialah manage inventory use case is wrong as the actor cannot view the report. Only actors warehouse can view the report. Dia tak specify siapa staff tu kan. Atau maksud you warehouse staff kan? Okay, so ni saya boleh bagi 1 markah. 2 lah kan. 1 ialah 2 markah. Mungkin tak exactly tepat, so 1 lah. SCM should be outside the box. Betul tak SCM? SCM bukan dia tak ya betul, SCM actor should be outside. Alright, so ini memang directly betul lah, 2 mark. Alright, group 2, the CRM is supposed to be in the system. CRM supposed to be in the system. Tak ada. Incorrect icon use, tak ada. Include and extend error are backward. Yes, betul. Okay, yang ni 2 markah. Backward ke wrong ke samalah. Warehouse manager supposed to be linked to the managed inventory. Betul. Ini pun ada juga 2 markah. No title, tak perlu. Title tak perlu. Group 3, SCM is actor and should be outside the box. Yes. This one, 2 marks. Not enough actor for the use case diagram. There should be 5 actor. Sebut pasal actors. Dekat sini dia cuma bagi tahu 1 SCM actor tu dekat outside boundary. Ni jawapan dia. Include dengan extend tu, dia sebenarnya 2 benda yang berbeza. Kalau you asingkan tadi, group tadi asingkan, you dapat markah lebih lah. Tapi sebab you combine together. Patutnya you kata include tu wrong direction, extend tu pun wrong direction. Okay. Associate between actor, warehouse staff with manage inventory use case is wrong. So dekat situ you cakap pasal not enough actors tu tak adalah, tak tepat. Okay, login, dia cakap tadi pasal login kan. Okay, so ni tak ada. The relationship for each connection is not complete. Tak specify what kind of relationship. System name not include, tak perlu. Login should be included. Ada tentang login, tapi integrated with use case should be removed as the associate between login use case and SCM. Dia tak, kalau you kata you remove it, because originally ada ke login? Sekejap, saya check dulu. Ada kan? So ada tapi dia letak integrate. Supposedly no need to put integrate lah. Okay, so tak adalah kat sini. Group 4, SCM is not supposed to be inside. Okay, yang ni 2. The system doesn't have a name, tak perlu. Login and logout should be include. Memang ada include, cuma dia ada integrate kan? Okay. Not job title, bukan. Include and extend error. Include and extend error. Arrow. Include. You kata dia masalah. Okay, boleh lah. Saya bagi 2 markah juga. No need warehouse staff. No need warehouse staff. Warehouse staff ada. Kena ada dia. Cuma dia tak perlu ada view report. Did not have enough actors. Tak payah. PSD also involved in no. No option for record. No. CRM also should belong integrate. No. Salah. Group 7 SCM actors should be outside. Yes. Okay, 2 mark. Login and log out should include not extend. Bukan. Okay. No title pun bukan. Alright. So last question, redraw. Group 5. Okay. Okay, masih ada integrate salah tapi you betulkan dia punya error. Tu kan error. Okay, error anak panah tu you betulkan. Yang extend masuk ke dalam, yang include keluar kan. Okay, yang that one saya bagi 1, 2 markah. Okay, lepas tu ada berapa actors terlibat? 3, betul. Actor pertama berapa dia boleh buat? Login dengan search. Dia boleh login dan dia boleh search. Salah kan? Okay, SCM dia boleh login dengan manage inventory. Okay, login dengan manage inventory. Sebab dia put dekat integrate. Okay, so saya bagi 1 markah lah dekat situ. CRM dia boleh manage inventory sahaja. Okay. So dekat sini markah penuh 6, saya bagi 2. 3 markah lah, 3 markah. 3 markah. 3 markah untuk group ni. Okay. Group 1. Group 1, actor kurang 1. Okay. Warehouse staff. Actor ada 4 supposedly, betul. Ada 4. Ada 4. Oh, okay. You have 4 juga kan? Okay. So saya tambah sini dia bagi 4. Actors dia betul 4. Okay, kurang login dengan logout dia betul. Okay, 1 markah dekat sini. Yang lain-lain dia buang dah. Okay. Warehouse ada banyak pula di access. So ini saya bagi 1 markah. 2 lah, 2 kan. Tak payahlah bagi 1 markah. Saya bagi 2 markah untuk alamak. Keluar pula. Are you guys still with me? Ke dah apa ni? Dah log out dah? Belum kan? Okay, tunggu sekejap. Kita review. Okay, nanti saya akan sharekan jawapan dia. Okay. Where can I now? Oh, okay. Masih loading lagi. That's untuk answer number 3. Okay, are you guys still with me? Masih kan? Nanti saya cakap sorang-sorang.
Masih.
Alright, good. Okay. Alright, group 1, 2 marks. Mana? Group 2. Habis dah? Okay, so let's calculate untuk group berapa sekarang. Okay, let's see. Group 1 kosong markah untuk nombor 1. Untuk soalan nombor 2, group 1 ada 3. Soalan ini dapat 2. So group 1 5 markah. Okay, not bad lah. Ada markah kan? Group 2 this one tak ada markah. Question number 2 4 marks. Okay, question number 3 cuma ada 2 group je yang hantar kan, 1 dengan 5. So 4 markah. Okay, group 3 ada 2 markah untuk soalan pertama. Soalan kedua ada 2 lagi, 4. So 4 juga. Okay, group 4 kosong. Let me know kalau saya salah kira. Group 4 untuk soalan nombor 2 markah. So group 4 2 markah. Group 5 kosong nombor 1. Question nombor 2 markah. Question nombor 3 dia dapat 4. So dia 6 markah. Itu saya cakap markah paling banyak ialah dekat gambar use case ni. Okay. Number 6, group number 6. Group number 6, question number 1, 2. Question number 2, kosong. So 2 marks. Lastly, group 7, question number 1, 0. Question number 2, 2 marks. Alright, kita dah ada pemenang. Siapa tu pemenang dia? Group 5, kan? Group 5. Right? Group 5, 6 marks. Followed by group 1. Tapi saya nak satu yang the highest sajalah. So, saya kata the most important ialah yang use case tu. Saya percaya kalau you use case tu, you boleh betul. So, this is the answer to be shared with everyone here. Okay, this is the answer. Okay, again, question number 1, explain 2 method. Kalau you tengok dekat nota dia ni, yang untuk validation stages. Software review, prototyping throwaway, domain requirement, and scenario test case. Okay. 5 mistake, of course you need to look at the case, the use case. SEM actor outside, itu ramai yang dapat. Include dengan extend should be wrongly direction. Okay, ni pun ada yang dapat. Number 4, associate between actor, warehouse staff with managed use case is wrong. Actor cannot view. Ni ada yang dapat ni juga. And lastly, integrate with, yang ni yang langsung tak ada siapa nampak. Yang integrate tu sebenarnya tak perlu remove. Dia just directly login dengan logout. Tapi group berapa tadi yang last tadi? You remove the integrate kan? Tapi dia lagi simplify dia buat. Okay? Alright, thank you everyone for all the participations. Group 6, make sure those group yang involved saja yang hari ni yang tak datang tu tak dapat lah. Nanti PM me your bank account atau e-wallet. Alright, with that, I think that's all for today. Selamat Hari Raya. I think this is our last class, right? Selamat Hari Raya, happy holiday. Okay, maaf zahir batin. Okay. Enjoy your holiday and Hari Raya celebrations. Alright, bye everyone.
Bye, Doktor.
Bye, Doktor. Hari Raya.